A simple question changed the life of three Tennessee residents.
Charles and I were working on a fence one day, and Charles comes up and he says, "Hey, do you know the story of the plane?"
David remembers the story perfectly because his great grandfather used to tell him those stories.
When I was probably 7 or 8 years old, my great grandfather would tell me stories about the maneuvers coming through Middle Tennessee. And then it came to this story of the airplane.
A melancholic story from 1943 of a young soldier flying a P-39 Air Cobra who died during the plane crash.
It was doing its maneuver and went straight into the ground and exploded, and that's pretty much the story.
Curious and passionate for the plane story, David, Charles, and Keith grabbed a metal detector and went to the field as a hobby without expecting to find much.
Keith and Charles went out with a metal detector, started digging. About 3 days later, they say, "Hey, we found it."
David's friend Keith did the discovery after spending many hours digging every day.
They were finding fragments of small pieces, anything from so big to a chunk so big, and we've got the propeller. And Keith has identified several pieces.
I was down in that hole about 3.5 feet deep, and I saw this base piece. I saw it from about right here to right here. As I continued to dig upward, I kept sticking my hand back in there. I felt the edge, and I kept going up and going up, and finally got to the very tip, and I was like, oh my gosh.
They are happy to donate some of the pieces to the Smith Heritage Museum to prove that the story is true.
The story is actually true, which I knew myself it was true, but you tell somebody, say, "Hey, there's an airplane buried in my field," you think somebody's going to believe me? No. Now I've got proof it's there.